another day of type Lumina. So, yeah, man, I've been really enjoying this game. It's nice to come back to it after so long. Definitely feels good. Wishing the best for it as a game. Definitely is a step in the right direction. We need more updates like this with games. Now all I gotta do is fix my internet, and I'll be set. Hopefully that happens next Friday. That's gonna be the big one. I hope it fixes a lot of my problems and the internet runs stellar, and then I don't have any more problems. We'll see. I don't know yet. But I am happy for the game right now. Melty is definitely the GOAT right now.
タイムムーン、ディライトワークス、フランスパン、メルティーブランド、タイプリム。
Still don't have enough money, do I? We need more money. More money.
セレクト・ユア・キャラクター。有馬美奈子頑張ります。
It's Saturday. My internet's not running perfectly right now.
ヒアのサブスはニューチャレンジ。よろしくお願いします。お兄ちゃんは私のお兄ちゃんなんだから。怖いもの知らずなんて。オープンユアマジック私から。マリル行きます。おとなしくしなさい。私からそこを黙ってください。それは注意します。私からこれなら捕まえたわ。これならやるじゃない。よし調子いいじゃん。黙ってください。これなら体罰に回ってしてしみなさい。危ない。余裕じゃなくていいか。こっちだよ。こっちの番に行くよ。もう結構です。はいしてよ。なんか怖い。どう？ターンユアマジックスタート1。はい。行くよ。そこ却下。それ。私からせーの体罰。まだそれ。ごめんなさい。命知らずに注意します。私からせーの。言わすぎよ。もう結構燃えてきた。このままいい。気はすんで。気はすん。このままいい。せーの。捕まえたわ。巻きつけ。よし行こう。あとは決めよう。オケだわい。ターンはマジックスから。バイ。飛び込む。行くよ。止まって。行かせません。行きます。こっちだ。どう？避けろ。倒れて回ろう。下です。行くよ。はい。このチャンスから。こっちだ。休んで。このシーン。 次はカウスはニューチャレンジャー。勝負だ悪者。落ち着いて普段通りに。オープンユアマジックサーチ。ファイト。まだまだこっちだよ。ここから。
That's the music. Put the music up.
変身。危ないよ。リカバル。やば。レイトル。サリア。タイム。じゃ。すごい。下がります。こんやら。着地。まだまだ。着地。うわ。カウンター。まだまだ。カウンター。チャージ。やば。変換体。まだまだ。シールド。シールドだ。ここから。これなら次は者に許しあれ。災いよ。相続だライブフィニッシュ。
What's up, here? How you doing? I like it. It's
ターン
good.
ユアマジックサーキット。
It's not perfect, but it's definitely a lot better than what it used to be.
踏み込むね。まだまだ。行くよ。エスパー。行くよ。じゃら。すごい。上ですね。やば。ここでチャージ。急作戦会まだなし。攻めやばい。
Oh, Mash is definitely top tier. Very safe on a lot of shit. Can't challenge her on a lot of stuff. She's definitely up there. And she's easy to use. You can dominate anybody with her. She's just really good. I can't beat her on any of her moves. You cannot challenge on anything she does. Like, it has armor on it. So armor and iframes, I'm just like, ugh, God, cannot challenge anything she does.
食後の運動ってね。オープンユアマジックサーキット。はい。決める。 よいしょ。あいつはって負けないよ。いつかターンはマジックサーキット。はい、いくよ。大きいの好きでしょ。どいて。いくよ。まだ大成。よいしょ。おいついくよ。おいつおっとはいっとく。はい
I don't find her interesting to play, to be honest. I don't think MASH is that interesting to play. I don't like the way she plays. She's basically just Captain America. Basically what she is. She's Captain America with hypercharging star loops. She's got the same exact moves as Captain America. She's got a shield slash super. She's got stars and stripes. She's got hyper stars and stripes. Shield charging star, hyper charging star. You know, it's pretty much Captain America. I'm not really into Captain America. I definitely think Nekoark is the most interesting character for sure. One of the hardest to use, too. If the hardest. She's not easy to use. I think in the hands of a master, Neko Arc is probably really scary. But like I said, yeah, I don't find her interesting. Like, I mean, the thing is, I only use 2 characters really now. I only use Alco and obviously Miyako. But I'm waiting on Sasuke. Sasuke's who I really want to play. Sasuke is going to be my second main. Alco will be my third. Like, I don't know, I don't find a lot of the other characters, like, as interesting to me. Not my playstyle. You think I would like Hisui, but I don't know, I don't like Hisui the way she is in this game. I don't know. I liked her better in Acadenta. I don't really like her as much in this one. Kohaku is kind of a mixed bag with me. I like her, but I don't. But yeah, I would definitely like him. Do I like this game now? Yeah, I do. I like it a lot more. It's definitely went from my shit list to good. I will say I have a more positive outlook on this game now. It's definitely on my good list. Like, it's a game I will gladly play with people. The problem is now is getting my Netflix. With my Netflix, and will be good. But until I get my internet fixed, which is hopefully going to be next week, I'm crossing my fingers. Hope the internet gets really good. And then once it's good, it'll be like, hey man, we're in business. So I'm hoping it works out for the best. I'm really going to be doing a stress test next week with this game. See how good the internet code is with my new connection. Hopefully it's good. I mean, hopefully it's like, oh my god, all my problems are solved, and then, you know, I have actually a stellar internet. We'll see though. Because right now it's still not in good standing right now. Most people won't play me in this game because my internet's kind of like iffy. I haven't heard anything about a leak. I mean, eventually everybody's going to come back. I mean, I think eventually we're going to have a smorgasbord of Melty Blood characters. I think we'll have a huge cast. They'll probably make... What I think is going to happen is we'll probably get the last 2 characters, and then we're probably going to have a 6-month break. And then they're going to probably show Season 2. Probably it'd be a paid season. I'm guessing like $20 or something, and we're gonna have 4 new characters, probably new mechanics, more changes, more rebalancing, more. And then I wouldn't be surprised if we get brand new moves, like completely new moves. And probably I wouldn't be surprised if they redid the UI, like put like a new title screen, a new title. Maybe call it like, Melty Blood type Lumina, current code or something like that. I could see that, them doing that. They always do shit like that. That way it's a new game, and then they charge like, hey, we're gonna charge you. The base game now is $30, and it's $20 for the season pass. You know, I could see them doing that. And it'll be an updated game. I can totally see them doing that. I would like to see, like I said, more additions, more colors, more, you know, just more. You know, like, just keep building on it. Keep making it better. Well, a Luna edition. Hype Luna edition, I could see that. Or Plus edition or something like that. Crescent edition, you know, or Half Moon edition. I could see that. It'll get there. We'll get a definitive version that's going to have all the bells and whistles. I think that's what's going to happen next. We're going to get an updated version of this game. And I think it's going to be, by next year, it'll probably be really popular. Where it's like, oh, you know, it's actually a game that people are noticing. Because right now, I think the game honestly got saved. Like, when my friend told me that, like, on the PS4 version, there were like 14,000 people playing it. I was like, 14,000? I was like, holy shit. That's crazy. Yeah, the PC version had supposedly 4,000 people on it yesterday, which is pretty awesome. Right now it's at about 1,000 to 2,000. But people like the changes. People are really liking the changes in the game. There's still some stuff that I think needs to be changed further, more tweaks and balance. But I definitely want to see more changes for the better. Yeah, it's really cool. Really cool.
なんだせいかいいやってくれたになんだしたにターンはマジックサーキット直してくれグッバイまた来世
Yeah, like I said, the internet's my biggest problem. It's just frustrating to play. Like 90% of the time, the internet's always bad. It's frustrating. I wish I could fix it, but it's pretty impossible to fix with my current environment. Like even if they come out to fix it, it's gonna just be more. It's gonna be the same shit. So let's just hope next week we see a drastic improvement, where it's like, hey, it's actually really good. But it's frustrating dealing with shitty internet. It really is. It's like you want to play. Like I could stream fine. I just can't play games. It just stutters like crazy. So when I stream, most people are like, "Oh, your stream comes in fine," but yeah, the minute I play games, it's a completely different story. I don't have good experiences with fighting games anymore with online because of my net. Because we don't have any other internet out here in the city, which sucks. You know, I'm just surprised. Like, out of the one thing I regret moving to the city is the internet selection is fucking garbage. It's the worst. Like, we have the worst options here. Like, you got your choice between an unusable internet and internet that's not very good. It's like that's your choice. It's like, do you want internet that you can't possibly have any option at all with because it's so slow, or do you want internet that's not reliable? And it's like, that's lovely. You know, it's good. It's fine if I just like watch basic stuff. Like if I'm watching YouTube videos and just doing emails and stuff, it's fine. But playing games is a different story. It's just, unless it's an offline game like Genshin, which, you know, that doesn't require like a lot of resources, which you can get away with that. But yeah, when you're playing fighting games with a bad internet connection, it's frustrating. Like you're just missing inputs left and right. People are just beating the shit out of you because, you know, they know you can't block anything. So they're just like, on their end, like, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. Yep. So it's not fun. Like, I'm trying my best to play, and I'm obviously I got a huge handicap. That is frustrating. Like, it does feel like I have my hand tied behind my back when I'm fighting people. Because a lot of times it's one-sided rollback, so I wouldn't be surprised on their end. It's fine. It's just for me, yeah, I'm experiencing more of the issue. So they're teleporting everywhere, and over there they're probably seeing smooth, and they're just looking at me doing dumb shit that doesn't make any sense. So it's like, what are they doing? Like, does he even know? Is he just bashing his head on the controller? I'm like, no, I'm not button mashing. Probably people think I am. Yeah, this is my biggest thing I don't like about the internet here. It's one thing I do not like living in this park. It's the internet is just god awful. It's the worst possible internet you can get. And the options we have are they're I have the best option that I can get here. Because the other two options are not an option. They're like impossible options. One option is dial-up. I'm like, hell no. I wouldn't use dial. I'd rather never have internet than have dial-up. Like, dial-up that's a joke. Like, seriously, who the fuck uses dial-up anymore? Like, they offer that here? I'm like, dial-up? Who uses that? Like, goddamn, that is so pathetic. You know, it's like, that to me is, my God, like, how is that an option in 2022? And then the other option is satellite, which is horrible internet. Not only is it slow, it's got the worst latency, and it has capped data. Like, I think you pay like $75 a month for like 25 gigs of data at like 25 megs per second, 1 mega. I'm like, yeah, that is trash. Like, that's trash. And it's like, latency is like around 500 milliseconds on an average, which is pretty bad. I'm like, yeah, that isn't going to work. So I did take that as an option. So the only option I have is Spectrum Business. It's the only thing that's offered in my area. And I was like, oh, lovely, Spectrum. The one internet service that I've always hated. Like, I hate Spectrum so much. They monopolize this whole damn... They dominate Southern California so bad. Like, there's no options there. Like, we have AT&T, but AT&T doesn't do high-speed internet in my area. They only do dial-up. That's all they do. Like, well, we don't have fiber optic. They have fiber optic, just not in this area. I'm like, oh, that's lovely. Like, you have to go like a couple cities over, like a city over, you'll get options. In this city, nope, does not exist. And then I can't get Fios. Frontier doesn't exist in this area. Like, I don't have any options. It sucks, man. It's painful. Like, I hate it so much. I'm like, I didn't play games at all. If I just needed it for work and just needed it for streaming, then I wouldn't mind it. But even streaming, it lags. Like the guy, my roommates say, like, when they watch like Netflix and stuff, they said it hiccups. It's not consistent. And I'm like, yeah, it's because the solution we have is it's a form of wireless. You know, I don't have an option. When it works at optimal speed, with low latency, it's pretty good. But it 99% of the time, it never works that way. Like, it's gotten worse over time. I don't know why. Like, it was great when we first got it. I was pretty impressed with how strong the signal was. I was like, oh man, the signal's pretty good. Like, it's pretty reliable. So I was pretty happy. I was like, yeah, this might work. This might actually be pretty good. You know, I was playing Genshin and had no problems, no lag, pretty low latency. It was pretty snappy. It was, like, not perfect, but it was pretty damn good. Like, wired will always be a better solution. Always. Always going to be wireless any day of the week. That's one thing I will never question. See, my signal comes in wireless, but my whole infrastructure is wired. Like, everything in the house is wired to what's important. It's wired. But the wireless is, the signal itself is wireless. But there's no other way to get the signal in the house. I don't have another option. I'm just hoping the new equipment that I get is really strong. Because they said it's supposed to have a stronger signal than what I have now. And it's supposed to go through objects, so they'll cut interference. So, we'll see. It really depends what happens, I really gotta see what's gonna happen, so... I'll let you guys know as soon as I get my internet. You'll see next Friday. Next Friday night, we'll do the tests. I'll play Melty Blood and see how good it is. If it's phenomenal and like the internet's fixed, then I'll be happy. I'll be like, yay, perks. You know, I'll be like, I'm so happy. Because it should be significantly faster with the new equipment. So it is more money. It's just an extra $30 a month I gotta pay, but it's worth it. In my opinion, it's well worth it. I personally think that good internet is worth the money. You know, I don't think I should have to pay that much for good internet. I mean, personally, I think I should get stellar internet for $60 a month. You know, I should be getting unlimited, you know, like 200 megabyte download, you know, like 40 meg upload internet, you know, for $60 a month. I think that's reasonable for Southern California. I should have that as an option. It should be everywhere. That should be everywhere like that. But it's not, unfortunately. The infrastructure is not, it's just not there here, not here at least. Because, like, I lived in 3 different cities. I lived in Bellflower, Arson, and Long Beach. And all of them have been Spectrum. Every city, like, I look at them, they have nothing else near it. It's either dial-up, they have DSL with Verizon, which is shit. So it's like, well, of course I'm going to pick Spectrum. What's up, Okusu? How you doing, dude? What's going on with you? Anything new with you going on? A League of Depression. That good, huh? I'm playing the new Melty Blood patch and I'm really enjoying it. It's definitely... I tell everybody now, Melty Blood has been saved. Melty Blood is now a more pleasant experience. The only thing is now I need to get my internet fixed. I'm hoping this Friday it's going to get fixed. Just the internet's not good right now. So it's laggy as fuck when I'm playing people. That's the bad thing.
よし、行くぞ。武装完了。シールだ。出ます。オープンユアマジックサーフ。ファイナル。慎重に。うんしゃ。前に。じゃな。慎重に。よっ。いくよ。転身。よいしょ。リカバーして。まだまだだよ。無駄な感じ。見え。カウンター。柔道。カウンター。着地。手せいかな。よいしょっと。着地。手。まだまだだよ。ターンユアマジックサーキット。ファイまだまだだよ。上ですね。リカバー。いやいやいやいや。チャージ。決める。カウンター。 はマジックサーキット。ファイト。いくよ。まだまだだよ。諦め状況確認。タイムはマジ前に。下がります。まだまだ慎重にダウター。行くよ。まだまだ今払いますかな。ちょうどいい。行くよ。まだまだしいい方。払います。じゃなアタックよ。よって下がります。警報。やばブラック。走っとサイカードどう力がるっと。こっちでないか。天心ピアー。アタックドン。前のスーパーですのでここです。カードどんや。なんだ。今バイト。やったかな。こっちでないか。慎重に。バイト。すごい。
Yeah, I know, huh?
少しは差
Oh
は
yeah, you just know I love
タイムは
spec.
マジックサーキット。ファイト。まだまだ危ないよ。危ないよ。ここ。これだ。アタック。はい、すごい。よいしょ。リカバー。差し込む。前に。攻め。攻め。バイヤー。チャンス。やばい。ラウター。こっちだ。こっちの番だ。すごい。罪なき者の見通りだ。ラウターよ。
That's still. Oh, I didn't know that still grabs you even if you parry it. Yeah, I mean, it's saved. I mean, it's not perfect. I still think it needs work to be fixed. Personally, I think the game needs more. It needs some more tweaking, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. The parry is not as brain dead, thank God. It's still there, but it's not as brain dead. Yeah, if they would have made it even more easy and more simplified, I would have hated it. I wouldn't have not came back. But I know everything, the major problems got fixed. It just they need a little bit more fixing. I think next patch will be even better. It's definitely a step in the right direction.
Open your magic sight. Fight. 単位はマジックサーキット。行くぜ。はいはい。生きるぜ。ここだろう、ここだ。行くよ。なめんな。いいな。まだまだだよ。いくかな。そうだ。いいな。まだまだだよ。なめんな。行くぜ。やるか。いいぞ。いいぞ。はい。そっち。味の番だよ。
Yeah, I'd be pissed off too if they downgraded it like that. I'd be really upset. If this game had delayed base netcode, this game would be good. But I'm glad it got rolled back. It's not perfect, but it's definitely a lot better after all the patches. Definitely serviceable.
ファイト。怖いウサギ狩りの始まり。オープンユアマジックサーキット。ファイト。捕まえちゃった。こんやろ。じゃあね。おい。ヒュー。こんやろ。ユーリン、ターンユアマジックサーキット。ファイト。いただきました。このままいけよね。のしよ。すりばやろ。はい。ユーリン、ターンはマジソビは終わり。死ねばい。目も知れないお客さん、手に手を取って夢の狭間に参りましょう。ラストフィニッシュ。まだ生きてる？ターンユアマジックサーキット。ファイト。シャウター。テイク。よいしょ。何にか？いやいやいやいや。こっちの番だ。完全勝利。私のトロ強くなってる？昨日まではできなかったことが今日できるようになっている。そっか、成長期ってやつだ。
Yeah, not much else at Kusu. Wish I could tell you more than that. Just waiting for next month. Next month's gonna be a good month for games. I got a lot of good games coming out next month. There's like 3 or 4 that I want. I won't be playing fighting games during that month probably. Just be focusing on single player games. Probably be playing this for like next week and the week after, and that'll probably be it. And then I'll be taking a break from fighting games for a while. Till maybe like October or something. But at least I'll play this game regularly now. I'll be like looking forward to updates and playing it. So I'm happy. I'm definitely pleased. Like I said, I hope the future for this game is bright. See the game grow. It deserves it. You don't have a lot of time anymore. But too much school. I understand. You got real life priorities. You got school. I have time. It's just more. I have time to play games. I definitely have time. I'm not. It's more just being interested in things. I think that's the thing. Like lately, I have not had any interest in fighting games. That's probably why I don't put any time into it, because I don't like the games. But now that fighting games, like games like this are becoming, hopefully we're gonna see more of this stuff. I'll definitely put more time. I'll dedicate more time to fighting games. But, until I get my internet working properly, which is going to be the next step, it's still kind of on the fence with me with fighting games. I definitely want to put more time into fighting games as long as I can get better internet. You'll definitely see me stream more often. Yeah. No, I agree. You're not missing out much. You're really not. You're really not missing out much on good fighting games, because this is the only good one. As far as, in my opinion, as far as anime fighters, this is the only good one. There's no other good one. There's really no other good ones. Central, but that's old. I'm talking about new fighting games. New, not old ones. We're gonna go into that shit. It's like, okay. Not like new games.
ターンズはマジックサーキットファイト。行くよ。ターンズはマジックサーキットファイト。マジックサーキットファイト。
Yeah, CF is up there, sure. But like I said, that's not really a new game. I want something new. That's why, this game's new. Fairly new. But, the only other new game, like I said, is Chaos Code. It's really the only game right now, it's Chaos Code. So, yeah, Chaos Code's really the only good other fighting game I'd say to keep your eye out for. Other than that, there's really nothing. Kind of just, there's nothing, dude. There really isn't anything. Not for anime fighters. Like, anime fighters is really, this is really the only game that we're going to really have for a while. I mean, it's nice that we have something. It's just, I would like another game just to have a backup. Fortunately, Persona is not an option right now. Persona rollback is not that great right now. It's got issues. It works for people that it works for, but there's a lot of people that can't play it. I'm one of them. And it's a combination of the game being unstable. I can't connect to 90% of the rooms because they won't let me. And my internet. So it's just not a good combination for me. Otherwise, I'd be playing Persona. But I'm hoping, with the time I get my internet fixed and then them fixing all the issues, it'll be a lot better. Then I'll have a kind of a backup fighter to play. But at the same time, no one's really playing it right now. Like, really, no one's playing Persona. It's down to today a couple hundred people. It's not that many people. I mean, it's better than nothing, but it could have been a lot better. But I don't even know if they're going to fix any of those issues, I don't know if they're going to fix all the problems. No one's been really reporting any issues now. Look on the forums and no one's really reporting anything. So I think they'll probably do one more patch and then that's going to be it. Because no one's saying anything. So that in their eyes, it's like, well, no one's saying anything, so it must be all fixed. It's like, yeah, there's other issues, it's just you never fix them. They never fix the scaling is bad. It doesn't have proper resolution scaling, it looks blurry. It could look like Central Fiction actually had proper filtering and stuff, so it actually made it look better. But Persona really didn't. So yeah, it's been kind of shitty. Yeah, I really can't say much else as far as fighting games. Yeah, like I said, I don't care. I give a shit less about League of Legends. Oh yeah, I've been seeing reviews for Tower Fantasy. A lot of people are trashing it. I'm kind of glad I didn't play because people are saying when you get to the end, it gets really boring. And it's really grindy. It's like, it's an unfinished game. Unfinished, it just sounds like, oh look, and they even said, you're better off playing Genshin. It's like, ouch. I was like, okay, that doesn't make me feel very confident, reassuring about Tower Fantasy. Not too happy. Okay, I'm kind of in a sense glad I didn't play. I'm just watching right now. Figure just talk a little bit. But yeah, just haven't felt like. I do want another fighting game to play on the side. It'd be nice to have 2 fighting games to play, kind of alternate. So you, what's up, Vix? How you doing? What's going on with you? What's going on with you? I'm just talking to Hakusu right now. Yeah, my internet's not running good right now. So all my matches have been pretty terrible. Well, how you doing, dude? I'm booked with my games in school. Yeah, I know you're busy. At least you guys keep busy. It's good to keep busy when you don't have really anything to do. Like I don't right now. I mean, I've been helping my mom out. She's been needing help. But as far as like anything for me, like just work, man. It's just work. That's all I do. I just work. I'm pretty boring. I work. I go out on the weekends to do errands. I come home at night. I stream, and then that's it. I don't really do much else. I'm pretty boring. So I'm a pretty boring tuner. I'm pretty low key in terms of what I do. I don't do too much. So that's what happens when you become an adult. You just I don't really have a lot to talk about because I mean my life is not that interesting. You know, it's like I just work. You know, yeah, I have everything I can possibly want, but it's like, you know, I don't really do too much. I just don't. Like I said, my day consists of getting up. I eat my breakfast, which is lunchtime usually because I don't get up till like noon. Eat my breakfast. I go do my walk almost every day for an hour. I do my errands. And I start work at like 4 or 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. and then I go to work till 2 at home. At 2 o'clock I get off and then I just chill a little bit and I go to sleep. I just repeat the same thing every day. It's really all I
キ
do.
ュアンファースはニューチャレンジャー
It's really all I do. Pretty boring. Work, man. That's adult life. Hey, so like tonight's been pretty bad with the
いい顔
internet.
しろ
So.
チャイナ私は心を入れ替えたんだより悪い方に入れ替えてるじゃん Open your magic surface ファイト
No. What's he doing? What's he doing? I think he's just messing around. I have no idea what this dude's doing. Pretty bad. Like I said, the internet's not been good tonight, unfortunately. It's like big bad, man. It's annoying. But yeah, that's really all I do, Vips. Just work 5 days a week. Fridays I go out and do my errands. So, I'll go. Like this weekend, I went to the grocery store. Went to go fill up my gas tank. Went to go get my medication. Went to go help my mom out. And fill up my gas tank. That's it. And today, I took my friend to the vapes, the weed shop. We wanted to get some stuff, and I went to Costco and went to Albertsons. I came home. That's all I did. Yeah, I mean, I do have that. I do have my moments of peace. Since I'm single, I don't have to worry about being stressed out by somebody else. Yeah, I mean, I've been in the community before. It's not that I haven't. And I've been in the anime community, the video game community, and I'm just not part of it anymore. I just got tired of it. I don't get involved with it anymore. I'll go to events that are close by if they're convenient. Like if there's like an anime con that's kind of low key, or like a video game convention that's low key around, I'll go. Like when Arc Revo was here in California in Irvine, I went. It's free, I was like, sure, let's go. That'd be fun for a weekend. And it was fun. I had fun. I got to see some people. I didn't really play anything. I tried out the Guilty Gear Strive demo. I wasn't too impressed with it. I was like, it's okay. I was hoping things would get better, but obviously they didn't. They got worse. And I was like, okay, well. Yeah, I mean, I'm grateful for things I have. I have a job. I have a house, I have a car, I don't have any debt, I'm in fairly good health, I have everything, I don't have a lot of stress in my life, so that's a good thing, but at the same time, you get bored, and I don't like being bored. The good thing about staying busy, at least you have things to worry about. You have things to focus on, so you're not bored. Sure, it's not things you want to do for fun, but at least it's stuff to keep focused on. It's nice to have things to focus on. It's when you don't have anything to focus on and you get really fucking bored. Because you're just trying to figure out what to do to occupy your time. I could watch anime, I could, watch TV shows. I want to play fighting games, but obviously you see my internet connection is not very good. So that shit kills me. Like I wanna play. It's just the internet connection makes me frustrated. So I wish I had an option, and I don't. I mean, luckily, like I said, hopefully this next week, this upgrade that I'm gonna do is actually gonna make a fucking difference. I hope so. I pray to God it does, because I'll spend extra money for good internet. I want to be able to like jump on this game and like, oh man, these matches are so good. Like the internet's great, connection's great, you know, or it's fun and shit. But I can't do that right now because of the connection being so bad. And it's not my fault. It's just I don't have any. My service in this area is garbage. It's funny. You think in California we'd have like good internet, but that's not. I think that's a misnomer. Like people think that California. Oh, you must have lots of options over here. I'm like, no, we surprisingly don't. We don't have a lot of options here. I have 3 options, and 2 of them are utter trash. I only have 1 option that's decent, and this is the option I have, is the decent. Yeah, I hope so too, man. I'm spending, the internet's gonna go up to $80 a month. I have to rent their new equipment. Yeah, it's frustrating. Like somebody can have a 3 or 4 bar connection that feels like shit because of my internet. It's like, oh, you're gonna have a good time. No, I'm not. Watch, it's gonna be fucking lagging like crazy. Last night we had some good matches, but it was really late at night. I had like 3 excellent matches. Like the fucking internet was running good. Yeah, see how they just teleporting into it? It's bad. It's hard to fight people because I can't even give them a fight because they're just teleporting everywhere. It's frustrating, dude. Like, it's really, you just see my ping go up to like 900. I'm just like, God, man. I was like, fucking internet, man. It's so fucking annoying, dude. Yeah, it's just where I live, you know. I'm in a really bad area for internet, like a rural area. I'm like literally in a rural area. We have no broadband wired internet solution here in where I live. There's none. The whole infrastructure is not even in place, which is just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, we don't have any wired high-speed internet solution like in this area. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, that to me is like unacceptable. I've complained to the park manager about it. It's like, dude, there's gotta be a solution. Like, you gotta put something in here, man, because it's not, because a lot of people work from home, and I'm one of them. I work from home, so I need good internet. I can't be using dial-up to work from home. Like, dial-up is just not an option for me. Like, we can give you wired dial-up. I'm looking at them like, you're insane. Like, who could fucking use wired dial-up in this day and age? Like, nobody is gonna do that shit. So, And then the other one is satellite, and satellite's awful. Like satellite, I don't know if you guys have ever had satellite internet. It's fucking terrible. Don't ever get satellite internet. Like, I don't care how desperate you are. Like, you gotta be pretty desperate to get satellite internet. Like, it has to be like, you have to use it for like, oh, I need to log on the computer to look up a website. You know, that would be how desperate I'd be to use satellite. I needed it for that. But to like play games, stream shit, forget it. It is not worth it. You know, there's just, it's god awful. And like I said, the solution I have, which is Spectrum Business, because that's all they offer in this area. It's the only broadband solution they offer, and it's wireless. I have to use a wireless connection. So basically, they put a transmitter on my roof that points to another, like, I don't know, it's like a tower that's like in the front of our, park. This big old thing. It's like probably like 20 feet tall. And it points to that, and then that shoots the signal to the main tower. And the signal, from what I read online, they said the signal's pretty strong. Like, you can actually shoot it pretty far. Like supposedly it goes to like 16 miles away, which is insane. I didn't think they could transmit a signal that far and maintain strength, which is pretty crazy. Problem is, you have interference. So if there's interference, you get fluctuation, which is why my ping's all over the place. So yeah, it's frustrating. So what I think's happening is, where my transmitter is, it's either one of four things. One, my transmitter is not getting full signal to the pole. Two, the wiring is messed up. Three, it could be the pole itself is fucked up. Or four, there's just interference somewhere. I don't know where it's coming from. So hopefully, like I said, when they come out Friday, they're going to be doing a lot of work. Hopefully we can see if we can minimize things. Thanks for the follow, whoever followed me. Appreciate it. I can't see right now. So.
私は心を入れ替えたんだ。より悪い方に入れ替えてるじゃん。オープンユアマジックサーキット。はい。
Look at these players, man.
まだまだだよ。
I don't know, like, what are they doing? What are these people doing, man? I've been getting a lot of people that just run in and do this shit. I'm like, what are you doing? Are we playing, or are you just fucking around? Like, oh, God, don't do that. Like, the last 3 matches have been people just doing that. They just, like, fuck around. Like, what are you doing? Are we gonna play, or are we gonna just fuck around? You know, it's like, I don't know. I hate when people do that shit. But yeah, it's frustrating having bad internet, man. I mean, I don't wish that on anybody. I've had bad internet in all places I've lived in, sadly, and they've all been Spectrum. Every fucking time, it's always Spectrum, and it's always bad. Like, I can't stand Spectrum. I think Spectrum is total garbage. Like, they're just a horseshit company that monopolizes Southern California. They know you have no option, so they don't have to try. They don't have to put in a good infrastructure. They're just basically like, well, you should be grateful you have internet. I'm like, okay, this is why we have competition to make things better. You know, I'm looking forward to the new 5G internet. I'm hoping that takes off, because I think that's a thing that needs to be everywhere. it's wireless, but the wireless technology is getting better. They said it's actually getting really good. And yeah, I don't like Spectrum. I just don't. I can't stand it. Spectrum is garbage. So you've seen the difference between the two? Really fun. Do they have Frontier Fios? Do they have fiber optic? Do they have fiber optic internet? I heard fiber optic is like the best. Like when it comes to wired internet, like fiber optic wired is like the absolute best you can get. But the problem is not many areas have it. It's only for select areas, usually like richer neighborhoods. And I heard it's really good. That's what I heard. So I don't know if your parents have Frontier Fios or the fiber optic, or is it just like DSL? Because DSL is shit.
私の破局権受けてみろ。頼れるお手伝いさん、ただいま参上。オープンユアマジックサービス。バルタ。そういうわけよ。バルタ。来るってはよそういうよ。限界だ。逃がさえっちゃやれよ。おっと行くよ。行きますよ。甘いよ。そっちこっちや。行くよ。You win. Turn your magic stuff. But
Yeah, I mean, if you're using it all by yourself, I mean, you have all the bandwidth, which is nice. It's not the bandwidth for me. We're pretty good about the bandwidth share, so that's not an issue. The issue is the stability. Reply to sentences. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'll put it. Yeah, but like I said, I don't have that option, dude. So you're lucky you have a wired solution. I don't, and I never will. So I have to make the wireless work better. Like, I don't mind buying equipment to strengthen the signal, so it's good. You know, I don't mind spending extra money. If it's going to cost me an extra $200 to make the signal really strong, I'll do it. If it's going to make it where, hey, it's going to improve your signal by like triple the efficiency, like make it work good, then I'm for it. I'll spend it. I don't care. You know, to me, that's a drop in the bucket for me. To spend $200 to have a signal booster that's actually really good. I mean, I understand there's times where you're going to get like speed decreases just because of the network being so congested. I get that. That happens with any internet provider. But the stability is where it matters, you know. Honestly, I'm not big on speed. The speed doesn't really matter too much. It's more the consistency. I'd rather have slower internet with more consistency than faster internet with inconsistency. So, like I said, right now we have 50 meg download, 15 meg upload, which is, I know to a lot of people they say that's slow. I'm like, it's not particularly slow. If it runs optimally, it's actually pretty good. You can do most stuff with that easy. You know, I know a lot of people, they're like, oh, I have gigabyte internet. I'm like, okay, that's cool if you get it. We don't have that. We don't have that anywhere here where I live. So that's not an option. But guess who provides it? Spectrum. I'm like, oh, lovely. Still the same company that I don't want to deal with. So I have no, you know, it's basically like every option I run to, it's the same company. I have no fucking option. They know they dominate the Southern California. They know that. They're like, yeah, we have no competition. We have nobody can oppose us. because everywhere, like certain regions, there's certain providers that have a lockdown on that region. You know, I know, like my friend in Lakewood, I think they have FiOS. He claims it's amazing. You know, he tells me he pays like $50 a month. It's like 500 megabyte download, 500 megabyte upload, which is really nice. You know, it's fiber optic, so it's a wired connection. He says, man, when it works, when it's up at optimal speeds, it's amazing. Like, it's like, I can imagine, compared to mine, it's probably God tier. Like, probably 20 times better than what I have. I wish I had it. I would love to try it. Wired fiber optic is, like I said, the top thing you can get. You can't get any better than that. But the problem is, they don't offer it in most areas. I would say maybe 10% of the areas have it. And you're gonna, and if you have it, sure, I mean, you have an option. That's good. But when you don't have options, you know, it sucks. The only thing that I know that's becoming big now for rural areas is 5G internet. That's becoming a thing. AT&T's doing it, Verizon's doing it, T-Mobile's doing it, and it's getting pretty good results. They say as long as you have a strong environment, like the internet, like your signal's strong in the area, they say it works pretty damn good. The latency is actually pretty low. The speeds can be fluctuation depending on the time of day. But like they said average speed is like 130 megs per second download and like 23 upload, which is pretty good for me. Like, I'm fine with that. I'd be completely happy with that. It's definitely way faster than what I do. But it's just not an option here yet. Like, they supposedly say it's coming. They said they're upgrading our towers to have 5G towers in this area. This 5G still doesn't exist yet where I live, but supposedly it's in the works. But even the 4G signal I get here is really weak because we have a lot of trees. So I'm hoping the 5G problem, I don't know if the 5G problem is gonna still have that problem. But I know you can buy like amplifiers on your roof. It's like, I've seen them there. They go anywhere from like $70 to like up to like $1,000. Basically, you mount the satellite on the top of your roof, and you point it to the tower, and it increases the signal strength by a large amount. And I think they said that these transmitters, they can go up to like, they get anywhere from like 17 to 16 miles away. And I was like, hey, and I'll spend that. If it costs me a couple $100 to put that transmitter on my roof, you know, it looks like, it doesn't look too hard to put out. You just gotta drill some holes, get the mount, point the thing at the tower, line of sight, make sure there's no obstruction, and then you gotta drill a hole into the roof, you know, into the house so the cord can come down. And that's what I heard you do. You do that, and yeah, just, and then there's like a panel or something you put on the wall, and then yeah, it basically, I think it becomes like a repeater, so it'll duplicate the signal of the original signal and like enhance it. So basically tell it, hey, to boost this signal, like pair up with this device so the signal increases. So, you know, you'll get like something that's like 1-2 bar will boost up to like 4 or 5 bars. I have something like that in my house right now. T-Mobile gave it to me. It's a signal booster for 4G. It definitely makes my phone calls much better. Like, I couldn't make phone calls without it. Now I can actually do phone calls with it. So it definitely is worth getting. So I definitely do think boosters are worth the time. So definitely get a signal booster. Yeah, that's my only option. So it's just, I gotta just get the equipment that it just makes the signal stronger. I try to get it as strong as I can. You know, try to get a 5-bar signal with, you know, consistent, and that's really all I can do. You know, I might have to pay a little bit more money a month for the service and have to buy additional equipment. But that's my option. It's either that or I don't have internet. That's your choice. And I don't think I should have to go down to somebody's house to use their internet. Like, oh, can I play games on your internet because your internet's wired and has broadband, you know? I shouldn't have to do that. I'm sorry, that's kind of embarrassing. I shouldn't have to do that. I should be able to play it in the comfort of my own home. You know, I didn't buy this house so I can go play games somewhere else. I mean, that's stupid. You know, and now that, you know, the what do you call it? The rollback is becoming prominent in games now. You have the capability of playing games online in a flawless experience as long as you have good internet. Like, it feels like it's offline, which is awesome. I love that. You know, I wish that needs to be a standard. I don't want to have to go to a locals just to play fighting games. I don't want to do that. I shouldn't have to do that. I mean, it's nice to go to locals, I guess, just to chill and stuff, you know, which is cool. I mean, offline will always be the best experience. But I shouldn't have to do that just to play games. And like I said, it's not that I can't afford good internet. That's not the issue. It's just, again, lack of option. I have a strong computer. You know, I put a lot of money into this computer. You know, I got a nice setup. And it just sucks that I don't have internet to complement it. It's like, you know, my computer is my baby. I mothered my computer really bad. Like, I've already dropped, I've dropped $1,500 into this computer, building it myself. Buying all the equipment, you know, I got a good 4K TV as a secondary. I got a 50-inch 4K TV as a secondary monitor. I got a nice 1080p high refresh rate 32-inch monitor. You know, I got a 3060 Ti. I got a Ryzen 7 3700X, 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM, using NVMe drive. I got a 1 terabyte SSD. It's got a capture card. I got my mic. I got mechanical keyboard. You know, optical mouse. I got a sound bar. I used to have a sound system. I had like a 5.1 Onkyo, but I realized that I don't want to spend $300-400 on a sound system that I don't really need to. I just bought myself a nice sound bar, and I'm happy with it. It does the job. Like, I'm surprised how good this sound bar is. Soundbar technology has come a long way. It's like, man, I remember soundbars used to not be that good, but now I bought my soundbar for $30. This thing's amazing for 30. It's a 2.1. It has a built-in subwoofer. It's like 50 watts, but this thing kicks out some pretty good sound. I'm shocked at how good it sounds. For $30, you can't really beat it. But I've tasted good sound equipment. I'm like, yeah, I'm in a small room. I don't need like a top-end sound system. I'm not gonna blow the roof off of my house. Just like, oh man, look how I can shake the room. It's like, I don't need that shit. I just want it to sound good. It sounds perfectly fine for a small room. It sounds perfectly acceptable. Yeah, it just sucks that I have all this nice stuff and I just have internet that's just very subpar. It's really a shame. It's like, God, man, I would love to complement my gaming computer with a bitching ass internet connection. Just be like, hey, I have it all. I got everything I need. Like, I'm completely happy with my computer setup. Like, I'm gonna be upgrading my computer pretty soon. My friend's buying my one. I told you he's buying it. I'm gonna be upgrading to a new. Got a Intel 11th Gen 11700K CPU. I got like 64 gigs of DDR4. I'm going complete NVMe. I got myself a bitching ass case. I love this Cooler Master case I bought. It's a really kick ass looking case. Got a fucking amazing deal on it on Amazon. It's gonna look so bitching. Got LED lights and everything. It looks really nice. So this is gonna be like my ultimate rig. I always upgrade my computer, so it's like my baby. I upgrade my computer like once every 2 years. And I just like doing it. It's fun. And then I usually don't have to spend too much because I usually get deals. But my next goal for probably computers will probably be getting a little stronger video card. I do want like a 3080 minimum. I'm gonna wait till the 4000 series comes out more than likely, and then probably try to snag like a 4060 Ti or 4070. Hopefully they're like $500, and obviously going to be significantly more powerful than a 3080. I think the 4060 Ti is supposed to be like the equivalent of a 3090, which is for like 450. And that's what I heard. It's just what it's speculated to be, which is an amazing deal if you think about it. That's 450 for a 3090 Ti is really cheap. So I would have a bitchin' ass video card. I could play all the latest games, probably 4K with DLSS, no problem. That's my ultimate goal right now, is to do 4K gaming. I do like playing on a 4K screen. It does look very nice, very, very crisp. Colors are very vibrant. Text is very, very clean. So I will say I'm spoiled with 4K gaming. I look at 1080p, it looks blurry. It's hard for me to look at 1080p now, especially on a 50-inch TV. You look at a 50-inch TV, look at the 1080p resolution, like, that looks blurry. Like, the text is really bad. You look at 4K, it's like ultra crisp. So I've definitely gotten spoiled with 4K. So I'm definitely going to be going all out for 4K. So I think with my next computer, with my new video card, I think it's going to be a bitching 4K computer. It's going to have all the bells and whistles. It's gonna be nice. I just hope this internet upgrade really bolsters it. I hope I have a bitchin' ass connection. And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. That would be nice, and then it'd just be like, I got the ultimate gaming rig. You know, I'm ready. Yeah, I'll be upgrading my computer in 2 weeks. I'm gonna start putting it together probably not this Friday, probably the following Friday. I'll start putting together my new PC. Then Saturday, I'm gonna be taking my old PC up, getting rid of all the stuff, all the reformat it, and then clean it up, and then give it to my friend. Tell him like, hey, here you go. Here's your new computer. Enjoy. I know he's gonna be happy. He'll be like, oh shit, this thing is so fast. I'm like, yep. You're gonna love it, dude. He's gonna be so fucking blazing because he's using. I think he has my old bulldozer processor, which is the FX8350, which is like old, man. That shit's like 2012 CPU. And he says that thing is chugging so hard now. It runs hot as hell. It can't do any of the new games very well. It's just that computer's like on life support. I feel bad for him. He wants to play games and they run like shit. He tells me it's like 10, 20 frames. I'm like, man, dude, I said, you gotta step you up to the good stuff, man. You gotta get away from that old shit. Because he'll milk that shit until it dies. And I tell him, like, man, dude, you gotta get yourself a nice computer. Don't fucking use a dinosaur. Get yourself a good one. Yeah, I'm gonna give him my old one. I think he's gonna be quite impressed with how much of an upgrade it's gonna be. But yeah. Yeah, that's really all I'm getting as far as new stuff. Just computer and my internet upgrade. That's it. I don't really need anything else. I really don't need anything else. Like, I've been looking to see what I want. I don't need shit, man. I got myself a good phone. I got, like I said, all my monitors and TVs are good. The only thing I'm waiting on, I think my TV eventually is going to take a shit. I think in the next couple of years it's going to break. And I'm going to get another one. Which, they're cheap, though. TVs are pretty cheap now. 4K TVs, like 50-inch 4K TVs, you can get them for like, I've seen them as low as like 150. Like, on average, they're like about 200, 250. But I'll just get another one for 150. But if this one breaks, I already got a mounting system and everything for it. Had this one for almost 3 years. So I have a feeling this one's gonna die probably the next couple of years, and I have to get another one. TVs don't really last that long anymore. If you get a TV anywhere from 3 to 5 years, you got your money's worth. That's about what they last. I don't think this one's gonna last longer than that. So I'm anticipating to get a new TV in the next couple of years. There's no one of these days the thing's gonna just not turn on, it's not gonna work, and I'm like, well, there it is. Time for a new TV. Let's go order it online. They'll be like, hey, you know, take this old one down, mount up the new one, and we're ready to go. Surprisingly, I don't have a high refresh TV. I just have a normal 60 Hz TV, which is fine. I'm fine with that. As long as it has like a game mode where low latency, that's all I care. I don't play anything. I don't play first-person shooters and shit, so I don't really need like a ultra-high refresh monitor. I don't even use it, to be honest. My monitor I have right now, I don't even have it. I think it's like 60 frames, 60 hertz. So I don't even. Mine can go up to 165, but I don't play games where it utilizes the motion, so it doesn't make any difference anyway. Yeah, we're just waiting on someone to join the room. Sorry, just sitting here doing nothing. Oh, I was hoping to play this most of the night, but not looking too smooth right now. And like I said, I got nothing really left to play until next month, so I'm just playing this until Freedom Planet comes out, which is in 3 weeks. I can't wait for that game. I'm so excited about Freedom Planet. Freedom Planet is such a bitch-ass game. I want to play the crap out of that game. I took 4 days off from work just to play that game. I'm like, yep, I'm going to enjoy that game. That game is a labor of love. If you guys ever played the first one, highly recommend it. It's an amazing game. So the second one looks even better. And like I said, they put a lot of work into it. I know it's been in development for I think it's like 5 years. So it's definitely going to be a labor of love. I'm definitely looking forward to that. I'm getting that at launch. And then Little Witch Nobita is at the end of next month, which is, can't wait for that game. I'm so excited. I've been craving that game for so long. It's like, when's it coming out? When's it coming out? Like, tell me. Like, I'm getting so antsy wanting to play it. I got so addicted to the early access version. I was like, God, I want more of this game. This game is amazing. And it's finally coming out. I'll be streaming the shit out of that game. I'm enjoying that a lot. And I recommend people buy it now because it's going to go up to $40 when it comes out. It's like $10 right now. You can get it for like $6-7 on like CD keys, I think. But definitely get it now so you can get the free upgrade to the full version. Yeah, what's up, Super? Yeah, Freedom Planet 2 comes out September 13th. It's been officially announced. That's the official release date. They revealed it a few months ago. Like, I think back in like May or April. So that is gonna be a big game. Like, yeah, I'm super excited about Freedom Planet. So go pick it up, man, when it comes out. Get ready, man. Only 3 weeks away, man. Super stoked, man. Take my money, dude. That's all I was like. Take my money. Take my 30. I don't care if it costs $30. I'll buy it. I don't give a shit. Like, I think the game's gonna be like $25 or so. I think. I wouldn't be surprised if they charge $30. It's worth $30 for how much you get. Because that game, they say, is supposed to be like 2 times bigger than Freedom Planet 1. Freedom Planet 1's pretty big. So if it's twice as big as Freedom Planet 1, that's huge. So I'm anticipating a lot of replay value. It's got 4 playable characters. We don't even know if it has any secrets. It could have more characters. We don't know. We don't know what's going to be in it, other than just the base modes. So I'm just going to sit there and just enjoy it. Just take it all in. And just be like, oh. I'm going to be probably like ultra quiet playing it because I'm going to be so focused. That's how you know I'm enjoying a game a lot, is when I'm super quiet. Because I'm really just taking it in. I'm just like, play the game and you're just like, oh, I'm in heaven. Like, I just like, it's like, shut up, don't talk, playing game. Like, too good. But yeah, it's coming out in 3 weeks, dude. No Kusu, so. And then, like I said, and then Little Witch Nobita is in 5 weeks. So that one comes out September 29th, which is Friday, the last Friday of September. So I'll be streaming that. Like I said, I can't wait for that. That's gonna be hot. That's gonna be fucking hype as shit, dude. It's like, ugh, give me that Little Witch Nobita, dude. I want Little Witch. I need it. I need it bad. He's gonna enjoy it, playing that game, figuring out all the secrets, and just enjoying the mechanics. I want to see like all the storyline cutscenes, because the story looks really interesting. I know they did like a comic book style YouTube video showing like the story mode, and it was really interesting. I was like, damn, it's pretty tragic. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Highly recommend watching that if you haven't watched it. It's really good introduction into Little Witch Nobita. It's a banger.
眠られたいんでしょ？遠慮しなくていいのよ。オープニはマジックさで。はい。行くよ。帰るとどう調子？
That's way too laggy. Got like 900 ping. That was really bad. That was 900 ping. That's by far the worst I've seen it. That's pretty bad. Yeah. Want to play this game, but internet's bad. I wish it was like it was last night at like 2 in the morning. My God, the internet was running. I had some of the best matches. Like God, it was like heaven, dude. The ping was just amazing, and it just no hiccups. Like, oh, why can't it be like that all the time? But it's like certain moments. It's like that. Trying to see, yeah, any other information as far as any other games coming out. I saw a couple other games coming out. One's like something Goth Witch or something like shit. That shit looked pretty cool. And then there's this other game I saw that looked really neat. They're both coming out in September too. I was like, oh, there's some pretty cool games coming out, like indie games. They've had some interesting art styles. And I know Square Enix is bringing out this new RPG that's like little goody two-shoes. They look kind of interesting. It looks like it's like a horror version of like Little Red Riding Hood or some shit. And that's what I got from it. I was like, this looks kind of neat. I was like, let's check this out. So there's some interesting games coming out. Now, then the end of the year, we got, Atomic Heart. That game looks sick. November, we got, what's that one game? Evil West? Or, I forgot what it's called, like Evil West or something. It's that cowboy, like, Doom type game. That shit looked pretty cool. And then Resident Evil Village DLC comes out in October. There's some cool things to look forward to the end of the year. Won't be too boring. Next year, I got nothing to look forward to, though. Next year looks pretty grim to me.
懺悔代わりだ。一曲聴いていけ。
オープンユアマジックサーチくばい行くよ行くよ
そこ行くぜ。いい度胸だ。どうした殺せ。
この野郎調子中ずるいこの野郎捕まえた捕まえた
何の逃げるぞ。
攻撃
だよな。
狂った
ナウタ潰せ。いい楽しいなおい。ソルト行くぜ。ソプラノ行くぜ。潰せ行くぜ。そこ来る。ナイス。何のナウタ
Oh man, this is bad. What happened there, man? It's like fucking like 900 ping, man. Like 900 ping all the time. It's really bad. Oh, man, tell you, man. Never gonna get a break with this shit. Yeah, that's how every match is, Gibby. So imagine, like I said, I think I'm the only person in the world that has this issue. I really believe that. Like, nobody else has this problem. But me. It's like, this is so unbelievably bad. Like, it's so depressing. that I'm like one of the only people that gets to deal with this shit on a consistent basis. It's really frustrating. Like, everybody else, it's perfect. And you see me, it's like, dude, like, what's wrong with your connection? I'm like, what do you want me to do? I have rural internet. It's like, it sucks. Like, there's people that are in, like, third world countries that have better internet than me. Which is just, like, it's embarrassing, dude. Like, God, it's embarrassing. It's so embarrassing, dude. So, me and my friends made a synopsis. They said, you know why your connection's so bad? Because you're so bad at the game. That's why. Only people that are good at the game have good connections. It's like, I said, yeah, that makes total sense. I said, I totally agree with that. I said, you know what? That must be the reason why why my connection's so bad. Because I'm bad at the game. If I was good at the game, my internet would be perfect. I said, I said, Eureka, you figured out the problem. And I said, I just gotta be stupid good at the game, and then the internet connection will be better. I said, that makes total sense. They're laughing. I joke at it because it's like, yo, man, it must be a curse. So anybody that's bad at the game, you're gonna have bad netcode. The game's netcode is only reserved for good players. Oh, I thought that was funny when I heard that. I was like, oh man, that's totally the answer. That's the real reason. Makes sense. So, yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, Gibby, you're spoiled compared to me, man. You know, this guy over here, like, I have gigabyte internet, you know, it's just like, oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Rich guy over here with his god tier internet. Must be so fucking nice to have that over there. Like, man, here I have welfare internet and you have fucking the shit of kings. Like, it must be fucking nice, man. It must be nice to have that Chardonnay internet where I'm like, here, I get the generic, like, Coca-Cola brand internet, you know, some third party brand internet, and here you are, like, look at me, I have, like, man, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous of you. I'm jealous of everybody that has good internet. I really am. Like, it's, oh god, like, it must be nice. It must be nice. I have never tasted good internet. I have never had good internet my entire life. Because we don't have shit here in California. Where I live. In all 3 cities I've lived in, our internet selection is garbage. I was like, man, it must be nice to have good internet. Oh, man. I'm just like, why can't we have nice things over here? And it's not even the money, man. I'll pay it. It's the money. I'll pay it, dude. I'll pay it. I will gladly pay it. Oh, damn. That internet life, dude. But yeah, I'm like super jealous. Everybody has good internet. Yeah. That's surprised. This is the first time I've ever seen you in here, Gibby. I've never seen you in this channel. Like, well, I've never seen you talk on this channel. So. But it's good to see you. But yeah, this is what I've been dealing with on a daily basis, sadly. Like, I play this game, and this is all my matches are. They're all this bad. It's been particularly bad this has been the absolute worst so far. I have had not a single good match. Yesterday, like I said, around 2 in the morning, I had 3 excellent matches. Like, they were beautiful connections. And that was the end of that. It lasted for like a good 30 minutes, and I was like, well, there went that. Back to fucking cringe connections. Like I said, I have a friend who plays down the street from me. He's literally 5 minutes away, and it's that laggy. I'm just like, fuck me, dude. I can't even play my friends. I live in the same vicinity as me, and it's that laggy. So it's so sad. It's depressing, dude. And then you can see how like it adds to my frustration. Like I want to play something and I can't because pretty soon the whole community just flat out denies you because they're like, oh yeah, don't play this dude. And then nobody wants to play with you. They see you online, they're like, nobody will even look at you. And then it's like, yep, you become basically a black sheep with the online community because nobody wants to be around you. So I could say that's one thing I don't like. The fact that I'll be ousted from the community because no one's going to play me. And it's like, yep, that shit sucks. Because then people have a stigma about you. They won't play you because, oh yeah, that guy's internet's like the worst I've ever seen in my entire life. Yeah, don't ever play this dude. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if I'm marked on people's blacklists. Or even on like the online Steam thing where they say players that you don't want to play, and they're like, I don't play this dude. Yeah, I know, it's unfortunate. I'm looking at my... Yeah, the internet's running really slow right now. Yeah, it's like, I've already dropped like 3,000 frames in like the last 10 minutes. Like I said, it's just my internet, it's all over the place sometimes. It's so bad. Like, sometimes my speed will drop to like 1 meg upload and like 5 megabyte download. It gets that slow. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And I've called them and told them, I was like, dude, what's up with the internet, man? Like, why is this so slow? Why is it so slow? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you should totally say that, and everybody would probably be like, oh, I played that fucker, like, fuck that dude. Fuck that dude, man. I'm the black sheep. I'm the black sheep, man. Yeah, it sucks, dude. I wish my internet was better. It sucks, dude. That's what I mean. Why do you think I'm so jealous of you? Because you have something I'll never have. And it's like, and it's not because I'm poor. It's not because, like, it's because I don't have options. It sucks. You know, I'm living in California, one of the greatest places to live in the world. You know, most people be like, oh man, California's like, oh, this fucking legit. It's like, California is amazing. We got some of the best weather. We have everything over here, you know, in terms of like convenience. But man, when it comes to internet, I can't speak highly of California. I speak very lowly of it. It's just not good. We have terrible internet here. And it sucks. You know, I figure California, which is one of the wealthiest states, I think it's the wealthiest or second wealthiest state in the United States. And second or at least third. It's definitely top 3. And we don't have good internet. That's what's just baffling to me. Like, how do we not have stellar internet? I don't get it. It's not. We have the money, but nobody wants to invest. Like, I don't get it. It's like, wow. Like, how can we not have... We should have an amazing infrastructure, but we don't. The thing is, you have companies to switch to. I don't. I have nobody to switch to. I have nobody to switch to. I can't switch to anybody. I have nobody. This is it. It's either this or, like I said, I got three choices, and two of them are not viable. It's either dial-up internet, which is, again, a complete joke. Anybody that's using dial-up internet, man, that's called suffering. That is the true definition of suffering. If you have dial-up internet, I am really sorry for you. Because that to me is unacceptable. Nobody in this day and age should be using dial-up. I'm sorry. That's just unacceptable. Two, satellite internet, which is one of the worst you can possibly get for broadband. Latency is trash. Speeds are trash. And it's expensive as hell. And it's got limited capacity. You can only get so much data. And the data is really expensive. So I'm like, fuck that. So my choice is the third one, which is this company who uses Spectrum Business. And Spectrum is unreliable. You know, even the wired internet, even if I had wired internet, it'd be the same story, probably. I mean, it'd probably be more consistent because it's wired. But I've gotten latency issues up the ass even with Spectrum. Like, I'll be streaming and it's like laggy, and I'll be downloading stuff, it's slow. It'll just won't work, and I'm just like, okay, well, even with a wired connection, it's fucking garbage. Like, when it works good, it works good. Don't get me wrong, it works like amazing when it works good. But that's so rare that happens. Because the problem is with using their infrastructure, it's shared. So when everybody's on, guess what happens? It gets slow and laggy. So, oh look, the internet is overloaded. Well, now you're gonna have terrible internet. It's like, oh look, it's running like DSL. This is lovely. It's just like, you don't win. It's always like I'm fucked no matter what I do. That's how frustrating it is dealing with that shit all the time. Just every fucking day, like having to worry about something with Spectrum. There was only one time I think the internet was running good because I had to chew their ass out. I had to call their company 3 times to get a supervisor to come out and tell them, like, look at the goddamn pole. There's something wrong. Like, my internet was cutting out like every 5-10 minutes. Like, it would go out for like 1-2 minutes, come back on. All the time. And it was slow. And I'm just like, dude, there's something wrong with the internet. It's not my equipment. I got brand new modem, brand new router, brand new wiring, Ethernet cords, and I was like, dude, it's not the equipment. It's your fucking service. And then sure enough, he goes to the fucking pole. Pole is fried, like the junction box that it connects to, completely fried. The guy's like, oh, we got to replace this. This thing is fucking ancient. Like, he showed it to me. He's like, yeah, dude, I got to replace this. This thing, it's like a $500 part or something like that. He said he had to replace. After that, the service went from horrible to really, really, really good. Like, it wasn't perfect, but it was damn good. I was like, okay, this is acceptable. But even then, there's times, even with all that, it would still go slow because everybody's on the internet. Or, oh, look, there's a node that's down. Well, now your internet speed, your internet's routed to this node, which is really congested, and it's like, okay, now I'm slow again. So, it sucks. I have to constantly deal with that shit with Spectrum. And then they're telling me, well, with this Spectrum Wireless, the Spectrum Business, they said, oh, well, you're not on a shared network, you have your own individual line. I said, you shouldn't have throttling issues. I was like, I do get throttling issues. So I think that's a load of shit. I think it's the same thing. If too many people are on the internet, I get throttled. It's gonna go slow, and there's nothing you can do about it. I said, yeah, it's not throttled. You don't set it to be throttled. But the problem is again, when you get to a node and the node's congested, it's going to go slow. You can't control that. I don't think, it doesn't matter if you're wired or wireless. If the node is congested, it's going to be slow. No matter what you do. You could have the best equipment, the best connection, the best everything. It doesn't matter. If you're going through that node, it's going to be laggy. So, it sucks. So it's like you can't win. There's no, it's never perfect. And they expect you to pay this top dollar for this crap. And the service is never, I'm paying $70 a month for my internet. For what this, I get, it's fucking, you think about it, it's pretty bad. And I have to get it upgraded now. They're coming out Friday to put in some new equipment, and hopefully they said it should fix a lot of issues. Because I told them I get congestion and I get latency issues, and I think it's because of it could be the equipment, it could be the line of sight is being obstructed, it could be interference, it could be any number of things. So they told me this equipment that they're getting, it's not cheap. They said the installation for it is like $650. But since I'm on a 2-year plan with them, they will waive the fee. And I'm like, okay, if the equipment is all that and a grip of chips, let's check it out. Maybe it'll be good. If it can prove to me that it'll solve the problem and it's gonna make my speeds go faster and everything's gonna be better, maybe it'll be good. And then if it's good, I'll be happy. And I'll be like, hey, there's finally a solution out there that's for people like me. Well, no, it's okay. So let me explain. We don't have Spectrum Home Internet in my area because the company, the landlord that. No, okay. Let me explain why. The reason why I know. So we do not have Spectrum Home Internet where we're at. So the problem is the previous landlord, the person that owns the land here, owns like 420 houses worth of land. These fucking acres of land that this person owns. The previous owner got into a shit-fit fight with Spectrum. Basically, it was like, get your fucking infrastructure out of my park. I don't want any of it. Like, basically told them to root the whole infrastructure out of the park. Millions of dollars. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I was like, you're a fool. Why would you do that? Like, because she was on PMS or some shit. So she basically fucked the whole park over from a wired internet solution. Because she did that. Basically made it where no other company or Spectrum could put wired infrastructure in. Because she gutted it. Because she didn't want it there. It wasn't harming anything. It's just, why would you do that? Like, why? Like, that's so dumb. Like, holy fuck, are you fucking retarded? I was like, holy shit, I'm gonna beat your ass. Like, literally, if I would have saw this bitch, I would have fucking punched her. Like, how fucking dare you, like, do that to us? Like, all these Reddit, now because of your stupid decision, everybody suffers because of you. Good job. Like, that to me is like, what a bitch, you know? Holy shit, man. You need to get your ass beat. That's what you need. That's what I thought when I saw that. I was like, wow. The gall somebody has to do that. Like, did you not think the repercussions of doing that? So now, because of that beautiful decision that she made, nobody wants to put internet in here because it's going to cost too much. From what I heard, to put a wired infrastructure here for both parks is going to cost at least $2 to $3 million. $2 to $3 million, and it's going to take months to put it in. Months. And I'm thinking to myself, you got to be shitting me. No one's going to do it because they want the park to pay for it. I'm like, you think the park, the new owner's gonna be like, I ain't paying for that shit. That's too much money. You know, if he had to pay that money, imagine how much our space rent would have to go up. I bet you if everybody would have to agree to it, to the everybody in the park, all the residents would have to agree to a price hike in their rent for space rent. I bet you everybody's rent would go up at least, let's see, $240 for like 5 years, $1,000. Yeah, I'd have to go up at least $20 a month, minimum. 20 bucks a month, probably even 30 bucks a month, just to get it done over a period of 5 years. Basically, all tenants, all 420 tenants, would have to agree to a $20 to $30 price hike for 5 years to get that infrastructure put into the park. That's how much money it would cost us. I'm like, I would do it because it's worth it to me. I'm like, fuck it, I'll pay it. But that's what they'll do. They'll do that to us. Like, you're paying for it. I'm like, we're paying for somebody else's stupid mistake. Like, that to me, it's like, I would still do it regardless, but I still think it's fucked up. But, you know, I think it should be in here. It's like quality of life, man. Come on, it's a standard. You should have that as a bare minimum. You know, so that's why the only way it's gonna get done, and this is what my manager said, the park manager, the one that's working there, he's a cool guy. We get along really good. And he said the only way it's gonna happen, and that's if the companies are willing to do it, is they're willing to flip the bill for us. They'll basically do the infrastructure, but they would have to guarantee that all the tenants would use the internet service. Basically, they need some insurance that, like, look, if we're going to put this infrastructure in your park, you need to guarantee us X amount of customers to cover the cost. There's some companies willing to do it. So I'm like, okay. I said, I'm cool with that. Yeah, I mean, even if the service costs like $60, $70 a month, I'm willing to do it. If they're willing to front the bill. If they're willing to, but the thing is, they got to find a company there are a few that are willing to do it. But obviously, they want some insurance. They're like, hey, if all these guys are willing to sign up for our service, we'll do it. Because that's a lot of money. They're like, hey, we can make a lot of money with all of these customers. Yeah, because we'd be like one of the only people that offer a wired solution. I'm like, it'd be smart. You'd be the only person on the block that would have this internet solution that would be like, hey, that's broadband, that's wired. I'd be like, I think you should try to look to make it happen. I think it'd be a smart move. I think a lot of people would go for that. Now, there's a lot of people in this park that can't get internet at all because of line of sight obstruction. So I think if he did that, that'd be a smart move. Yeah, the thing is, they did try to sue her, and I guess it's like in a deadlock right now. Yeah, I heard it's like it's going nowhere. You know, probably because the bitch is rich and has good lawyers, and it's like it would cost too much money to go after her just to get her to bring it back in here, and it's like it's never gonna get done. So they're basically like, look, we just need to find an alternative solution that works for the people. So like I said, I hope the park manager looks into finding a wired solution, a company that's willing to do the flip the bill on the infrastructure. I would be okay with wireless if there were more competitors because, like I said, 5G is becoming the standard. In my opinion, I think 5G is the future. 5G home internet is becoming very popular. And a lot of areas that don't have internet are using it. I'm hearing pretty good things about like T-Mobile, Verizon 5G, and even AT&T 5G. And they said the speeds are really good. They're not as good as what you have. But for what you get, and for how cheap it is, it's actually very good. They say the service is pretty reliable. Way more reliable than the shit I have. They give you all the equipment for free. So they do make amplifiers that you can use that you put on your roof to strengthen the signal. You gotta buy it though. You gotta configure it yourself. But at least there's an option. It's like okay, 5G internet is definitely there's growth. So it's the fact that you eliminate the lines, which is nice because you don't have to worry about a wired infrastructure. It's all wireless, which definitely is cheaper. But the service is getting better. So it'll never be as perfect as wired, but we're getting a lot better. Like I heard the latency, on wireless, I've read a couple reviews, people that had T-Mobile home internet, and they said the average speeds were about 130 megabyte download and 23 upload, which is pretty good. That's actually pretty good. It's not oh my god, but it's good. It's definitely serviceable. And they said the latency was anywhere from I think an average of 20, low as maybe I think 17 to 25, 30, which is perfectly fine. And people were saying, yeah, it's good. There's a few times it get a little slow. Once in a while. I mean, again, that happens with any internet you get. There's never internet that's perfect. So I was pretty impressed with this. It was only $50 a month, and I was like, damn, that sounds pretty good. What you get. So that would be. I'm hoping that comes in my area. I don't know when it's coming because they keep saying they're upgrading the infrastructure. It is in the works, but they say that it's supposed to be sometime in the next year, this year or next year. That's what I heard. But they haven't updated our towers yet. We still don't have 5G here. It's still being upgraded. They're still installing and upgrading the existing towers. So I'm hoping once we get 5G in this area, where it's actually working 100%, we could see where this is going to go. I hope it's an option, and I hope it's really good. That's really that's all I can do, unfortunately, Gib. So yeah, I'm suffering over here, dude. And it makes me frustrated knowing I can't play the games I want to play because of my internet being so bad. And there's nothing I can do. Because of what somebody in the past did. At least, if they would have never gutted the infrastructure, I at least would have had Spectrum wired. It would have been a lot better than this shit. A lot better. I would have been at least, decent. I probably would have had the 300 meg download, 220 meg upload package, which is I think it's $70 a month. Basically what I'm paying now. And I would have had 6 times the speed. And it would have been wired. I'm sure I would have been more tolerable with it. I at least wouldn't have as much inconsistencies. But unfortunately, until they put a wired infrastructure in here, which I don't see happening anytime soon, maybe in a couple of years, 2-3 years, maybe down the road. But it's just a waiting game. But at least next week, we got that company. They got the company coming in. Oh yeah, let me explain Spectrum Business. So the company that serviced my internet is called DSI Stream. They're like a company East Coast in the United States. They service rural areas that don't have internet solutions in those areas. We're one of them. So they piggyback their service off Spectrum Business. So basically, they're a Spectrum Business customer. So they basically sell Spectrum as their own brand, rebranded, and sell it as their own internet. So I know this because you can do line tests and tell you who the provider is, and then all of them say Spectrum Business. So I know it's Spectrum Business. So, but that's what they do. There's a lot of companies that do that. They outsource their internet to another smaller company. Who basically like, hey, I'll be a distributor of your internet, but I'll rebrand it under my name. But it's still their internet. So, I mean, I'm grateful. At least it's an option. I mean, but it's not an acceptable option in my opinion. It's definitely an option that needs to be improved. It's not perfect. It's not for games. It's not. This service is not ideal for gaming. It's okay for streaming. It's okay for like basic stuff, but for like gaming, like serious gaming, it is not okay. So you will have a bad time. So I know if you played with my internet, you'd probably be going crazy. You'd be like, oh fuck this. You probably never play fighting games. I wouldn't blame you. I would not blame you one bit. I'd be like, yeah. Why would you play fighting games on a shitty ass connection like this? Not acceptable. So, but yeah, that's my story, Gibbs. Now you know what I'm going through. So, it sucks, dude. It's frustrating. It's like, especially when you want to play something you like, and I haven't enjoyed a fighting game like this in a while. Like, it's nice to see things going, things coming up Millhouse, basically. It's like, finally, I'm gonna get my turn. And then it's like, oh, well, now I got this other problem to deal with that affects my fun. And now, this is what I deal with. It's like, oh, look, no one's gonna play me, because why would they? No one's gonna play me because they look at me and like, oh, hell no, don't play that guy. And I now have a stigma about me. People won't play me because of my internet. So it's unfortunate. Yeah, I like I said, we'll find out Friday when they install the new equipment. Like I said, I'm paying good money for it, so we'll see if it helps. I mean, worst case scenario, it's going to be the same shit. Best case scenario, it's going to completely change my outlook on things and be like, there is a solution out there. It does work. We're gonna see. I mean, I'll know next Friday. So when you see me on next Friday, you're gonna see me do the tests. Like, all right, here's real life stress test. Let's see how this works. Hopefully it gets me, all properly set up. The wiring's good. The equipment produces a strong signal. There's no obstruction. And maybe it'll be really good. Maybe it'll like, holy crap, it fixed the issue. Like, holy crap, I have stellar internet now. Like, holy crap, like, we need this. Then I could comfortably say, like, hey, we have a solution. It's like, hey, there is an answer out there. For people that are like me who don't who need a solution of some sort. So we'll see. And now I'm just gonna wait for a week. Just gotta hold out for a week, and then we're gonna see what's gonna happen. I'm hoping they can go on my roof. That's my biggest thing, because I'm using my neighbor's roof to use my internet. Because there's line of sight obstruction on my roof. They can't get it to point to the tower without a tree, like tree branches being in the way. So the guy's like, yeah, I can't install it on your roof because the trees. So basically, but with this, he said it should you should be able to get through the tree branches, and it's not gonna cause any interference, because this new technology that's come out is supposed to penetrate physical objects to a certain degree. You can't go through a solid tree trunk. That won't work. So, but I don't have that problem. It's just I have branches that are in the way, like little branches. So they said they should be able to get around it, or just go through it and just wouldn't hurt it at all. It'll still give you a strong signal. So, and then they said they're gonna double my speed, so it'll be 100 meg download, 20 meg upload, which is definitely a lot faster than what I have now. But it's more of the consistency. That's what I'm worried about. The consistency is the issue. Can I get good, consistent internet? So that's my dilemma. But yeah, I'm hoping for the best. I really am. I hope this is gonna be the solution where I'll be like, hey, I'm happy. Like, I have good internet. That's what I'm hoping. I'm trying to think positive. I'm trying to hope that, this becomes a solution. It's like, hey, this shit's gonna work. This shit is gonna work. Because, yeah, the guy told me the equipment's not cheap. It's like, they said the installation cost for the equipment is $650. So it's not cheap. So apparently this equipment I'm guessing, probably cost them $500 to buy. So it sounds like it's some heavy duty equipment. So, but yeah, to avoid that cost, I have to lease out their modem. They said they'll give me, if I lease out the modem, they won't charge me for the equipment. So I got to pay an extra $20 for the modem. The modem is specifically designed for this new technology, this new equipment that they're using. So basically, I have to use this. All this is going to be all new. You need wiring, you need a new transmitter. Everything's new. And it's, so as long as I can put it on my roof and they can get all this shit working, everything should be brand new. So this should be working stellar. I'm hoping that we're going to see a big improvement in the stability by like a large amount. And I'll be like, hey, it works really good. Like, hey, it's like I'm not having problems now. Maybe my phone service will work even better too. So we'll see. We'll see. That's the goal right now. That's one problem I need to nip in the ass. on my phone to push it to my car. I'll be right back. Alright, I gotta get my phone out of my car, left it in my car. I thought it was in my car. I guess it's not. I'm trying to find my phone. Other than my phone person. Apparently my phone disappeared. I had it with me. My keys in my wallet, but I don't have my phone. Got to ask my friend to call. Alexa, my computer. No, my phone.
Calling the Alexa app on Alfred's phone. The contact is not available. Would you like to leave a voice message?
Must have fell when I was taking a nap. I also get poor internet service. I mean, poor phone service in my area too. You cannot make a phone call in this damn area. It is so bad. Yeah, we get horrible reception here. Like, I have to literally go outside and stand in a certain spot just to get like 2-3 bars. And even then, it's very spotty. So I have a booster in my house just to help with the signal. It's not perfect, but it's a hell of a lot better. But yeah, I think it's one of those things I just need to get a transmitter. I need a stronger transmitter. I need something that's gonna really boost the signal. So I can have, constant 5-bar connection. Because I need my cell phone. I can't operate without it. I use my apps. I use my phone calls to my work and my friends and family. I gotta have reliable service. nobody on right now. But I stay on for 30 minutes, I'm gonna call it. We come back later. Take a break. I can clean up my bathroom and stuff while I wait a little bit. I'll try to play a little later. I mean, later will be better. I had some good matches at like 2 in the morning last night. It was 2, 3 in the
火が
morning.
かぶさニューチャレンジ
Yeah, I was thinking about cleaning up my bathroom tonight. It was like give me something to do. Yeah, let's clean up my room too. I was gonna do that tomorrow, but I was like, I might do that tonight. I can't get any matches. Just to kill some time. It's been a pretty shitty night tonight. Yesterday was much better. Today's been really bad.
火がかぶさニューチャレンジ
It's frustrating. It's not looking good. I stopped dropping frames, but yeah, its latency is really bad right now. It's jumping up to like 500 milliseconds constantly. 700. Yeah. Oh, thanks. It's just beautiful. Yeah, probably like I said, I don't know. It's a manual. Yeah, I'm having pretty bad internet right now, so it's been really bad. Probably just watch matches. I'm not gonna play. Like, it's really bad. It's hard to play. Like, in this lag, it's so bad. 500 milliseconds, 700 milliseconds of lag. It's really bad. I said my internet's not running good right
ブ
now.
レースブレーブレイクセーフティーロック解除正々堂々お願いしますオープンユアマジックサービスこう軽いそこかめろ
Yeah, sorry, dude. My internet's not been running good today. It's been pretty bad.
はい甘くはないと
But I won't know till next week. Hopefully next week is better. Hopefully they fix the problem. I can't even watch matches. It's up bad it is. I literally cannot watch matches. That's how bad it is. I can't even watch matches because it's so laggy. Yeah, it's really a shame. Like I said, it's probably, like I said, we'll try later. Maybe tomorrow, maybe later tonight. The internet will run better. Gives me a chance to do my chores. Do my chores and then come back in a couple hours and maybe the internet's running a little better. Finish the match and get rid of. Like I said, I'll probably come back in a couple hours. Maybe on 1 or 2. That way, give it some time. Maybe the internet will run a little better down later on. Yeah, it's been pretty bad today. Like, it was okay a little earlier, and then the speed just got really slow, and then just tons of jittering. So yesterday it was running better at late night. Just finish up. Get out of here. Sure, it's taking a while. You guys done yet? Or is it just... Once it's frozen. Should have taken a while with the battle. It should have been open by now. I guess I'm gonna take a break for a couple hours. gonna go, I guess, clean up my room. Uh, go do the bathroom. It should take me like a half hour. Maybe later on the internet. But yeah, the internet's running really bad. I've dropped like 16,000 frames in the last hour. It's been pretty bad, so yeah. I think it's just not a good time to stream right now. So I'll come back later. Hopefully it runs better. Anyways, we'll be back later, guys. I'll see you guys later.